Shalom and welcome. This service is in English. If you speak English, write Shalom in the comments and tell us where you are watching from. We are now going to do the opening blessing. Baruch Ata Elyon, Shenatata lanu chaim, v'hirsheita lanu lehitkanes ha'yom la'avod otcha. Amen. And now we are going to the first psalm of this service. It is going to be Psalm number 17.
Hear my prayer, O Lord. Attend to my cry. Let my sentence
Good morning, good morning. Buenos días, Fidel Bonilla. APLM de dice Palestina Libre, claro que sí.
the things that are upright. Thou hast proved my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me, who shall find nothing of deceit. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the violent, from the proud that press me sore. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. They
Hola, Juliana
compass
Olivera.
me
Bienvenida.
about. Their hearts are closed
Te deseo lo mejor. Muchas gracias también para ti.
with their mouths they speak arrogant and hard things. They set their eyes to cast me down upon the earth like a lion greedy for his prey, as a young lion lurking in secret. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the violent, from the proud that press me sore. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Arise, O Lord, disappointed, cast him down, deliver my soul.
Balzaigan said hi. Hi to you too. Welcome.
They have their portion in this passing life. They fill themselves with children and leave the rest to babes. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the violent, from the proud that press me sore.
Good morning to you.
Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. As for me, I will behold thy face. In righteousness I shall be satisfied.
Let's go now to the Evionite Creed. Every Evionite should be aware of the following tenets of faith. Number one, worship is due only to Elyon, the Most High God. Number two, liberation from slavery in Egypt. Number three, the Shabbat and the festivals. Number four, the Ten Commandments given to the people at Sinai. Number five, the Mikra, the Bible is holy. Number six, Elyon will punish and reward those who deserve it in the future. And finally, number seven, salvation will come when the time appointed by Elyon arrives. We have here more comments. Yo dice, ¿te gustan los deportes? Sí, de hecho a mí me encantan los deportes. Me gusta ver la temporada de fútbol americano, me gusta el fútbol soccer, el básquetbol, el béisbol, el hockey y otros. Gracias por tu pregunta. Okay, let's go to the first prayer of this service. It's going to be prayer of Anabekoach. We beseech you, Elyon, our God, by the might of your right hand, which is as great as your right hand, loose what is bound. Hear the supplication of your people, strengthen and purify us, O our inspiring and merciful one, Almighty One. Protect us, the apple of your eye, those who seek your unity. Bless and purify them, always grant them the mercy of your justice. Holy and mighty one, guide your fellowship with the fullness of your goodness. Unique and exalted one, turn to your people who remember your holiness. Hear our supplication and hear our plea, you who know the unseen. Blessed be you, your name, and your glorious kingdom forever and ever. Amen. Okay, this week we don't have the reading of Parashat or Haftarah. This week is the Midrash Service. So we are going to see two subjects today. The first subject is Adabar Mozar. The name is macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and lipids. In the divine wisdom of the Creator, every element of creation has a purpose. Beside the pleasure it provides, food is a valuable means of maintaining health and optimal bodily functions. Modern nutritional science divides the main components of food into three essential macronutrients: proteins, carbohydrates, and fats or lipids. Each plays an important role, but as the Torah teaches, the imbalance can lead to chaos and illness. Okay, we are going to check one by one. Number one, proteins, the foundation of life and regeneration. Proteins are fundamental to the structure of the human body. They consist of amino acids that the building of block of tissues, hormones, and enzymes. Nutritional function of these macronutrients: the protein, tissue repair and growth, enzyme and hormone production, strengthening in the immune system. Recommended sources of proteins: high quality fish, example the salmon. Free range chicken. Legumes, example lentils. Here in Mexico, we love to eat beans too. Free-range eggs. The prophet Daniel refused the king's delicacies and asked for legumes and water. After 10 days, he and his companions looked healthier than the rest. Well, this doesn't mean you should be strictly vegetarian. This example teaches us that moderation, simplicity, and healthy diet promote good health. Avoid processed meat and choose healthy food that are permitted in the Bible. Ensure adequate protein intake, especially if you are over 50 years old or lead an active lifestyle. Okay, I am going to stop here a little bit because I see we have here some comments. IDQS dice: hola a todos, muchas gracias por tu comentario, por tu saludo, bienvenido. Vladimir el Grande dice: Hitler va a regresar del inframundo para exterminar a los judíos. No creo que vaya a regresar y nosotros no tenemos nada que ver con los judíos. Gracias por tu comentario. Now we have here J. Manuel God, Jesus, a nice man, better than Muhammad. Okay, when Jesus had a comment about being good, somebody approached to him and told him, a good teacher, he said, nobody is good but except God. Okay, so yes, he was a good man. He was a prophet and the Messiah. But this comparison with Muhammad, I don't know if we can do that, especially if it affects the beliefs of other people, the religion of other people. I find a religion you can indicate me the correct. No, I cannot indicate you the correct religion because I think there is no correct religion. The correct religion is if you have a true relationship with God. So you need to look by yourself. If you want to join this community, you are free to do it. If you don't, if you find another community, another religious group, that's up to you, and you need to find out what do you think is acceptable for God. Okay, let's go to the second point, carbohydrates, divine energy, and in moderation. Carbohydrates are the body's primary energy source. However, not all carbohydrates are created equal. The nutritional function of carbohydrates are they provide a quick and sustained energy. They nourish the brain and central nervous system in combination with fiber. They promote healthy digestion. Healthy sources of carbohydrates. Fruit, preferably whole grains. Okay, we need to eat fruit, all the fruit, not peel it if it is not necessary, and not in juice. Juices are tastefully, but they are not very good for our health. We need to eat the whole fruit. Starchy vegetables such as potatoes, whole grains such as barley and whole wheat. It is not the same to eat white bread than whole wheat bread. It is healthier to eat that one. Actually, white bread makes glucose, the sugar on a blood, to go up, and that's not good for our health. Excessive consumption of bread and sweets can lead to gluttony and lethargy. Do not be like the drunkards and gluttons, for drunkards and gluttons and in poverty, that Proverbs 23, 20 and 21. Reduce or completely eliminate refined sugar, white flour, and highly processed foods. Okay, we had here an invitation to share this live. I'm sorry, I am not sharing the live because this is a religious service, but maybe in another time we can do that. Okay, let's go to the third, fats or lipids, a treasure trove of wisdom. For years, fats were demonized, but today we know that not all fats are created equal. The body needs healthy fats for optimal function. Nutritional functions of fats are they are essential for absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K. They protect organs and cell structures. They contribute to hormonal balance. And some healthy sources of lipids or fats are extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts and seeds, fatty fish, for example, salmon, tuna fish. Oil was used to anoint kings and prophets, a symbol of healing and divine election. Olive oil was used not only in the temple or the tabernacle, but also in the daily preparation of meals by the Israelites. This reminds us that what we consume should have special significance. It should be able to be used in the service to God. Avoid trans fats and industrially refined oil such as soybean, corn, or canola oil. Choose natural fats as unprocessed as possible. The wisdom of moderation. The wise man wrote, "Eat what is good, and your soul will rejoice in abundant fruit. That was said by Isaiah 55:2. Moderation is the key. Even healthy foods can be harmful if consumed without restraint. Remember, eating kasher or the kashrut diet is not the same as eating healthy. Those are the foods we can consume, we can eat. But if you eat a lot of the same thing, it is not going to be good for your body. So we need to have balance even inside the boundaries of the kashrut diet. Practical tips for healthy and spiritual eating. Pray before eat. Acknowledge the Creator as your food. Cultivate an open mind and prevent emotional stress. Prefer fresh fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes. Less packing means more freshness and more life. Avoid idolizing food. Don't make it an emotional refuge. Man does not live by bread alone, said Deuteronomy 8:3. Many people, when they feel bad, when they are depressed, or something bad happens in their life, they run to the food. They eat ice cream, or they eat chocolates, or many other different kind of foods, and that's not good for us. Fast with a specific goal in mind. Biblical fasting, practiced consciously and in a balanced way, regenerates body and soul. Of course, fasting should be done with a by medical prescription or under medical review. You need to go to your doctor and ask how can you fast in a healthy way. Stay active. The body was created to move, walk, and work the land. Eating as a disciple of the Messiah. As disciples of Rabbi Yehoshua, Master Jesus, we are called to lead a life of purpose, obedience, and holiness. Our body is a vessel that must be pure, strong, and ready for service. Healthy eating is not only a matter of physical health, but also an act of spiritual obedience. May the Creator grant us discernment so that on this path to ultimate salvation, we may strengthen not only our souls, but also our bodies. Shalom Aleichem. Let me check here if we have more comments. No, we have no more comments for the moment. So let's go to the midterm prayer of the service, and it is going to be our Father prayer in Aramaic. Abunde vishmaya yitkadash shmach tete malchutach nevetz vianach kedi vishmaya achbara hel ludisun kanan yomana beshvak lana chuvein kedi af anachnan shvakin lechayavin lana beal tael lana lesinayona el mepat senan bisha metul dilach salut malchuta betishbochta leolam al minamen. And now let's go to the second psalm of this as Midrash Service, and it is going to be Psalm number 18.
Lord is my strength, my rock and my refuge, my God in whom I trust. I will call upon the cords of death surrounded me. The torrents of destruction struck my soul. In my distress,
Tenemos aquí una pregunta, ¿de dónde eres? Yo soy mexicano. Saludos desde donde sea que nos estés viendo. Bienvenido al envío.
the shield
let's go now to the next subject we had prepared for today's Midrash Service. This is a shiur, and the title is Evidence of the Existence of Evionite Communities Throughout History. Today we gather to remember something essential. We are not a modern invention, a contemporary project, or an idea that sprang from nothing. We belong to a living tradition, an authentic and ancient spiritual heritage, deeply rooted in the history of the people of Israel and in the very essence of faith in Elion. Today we examine the testimonies of evangelical churches throughout history, Evionite churches throughout history. We are not here to defend an ideology. We are here to honor the continuity of a humble people, a people who preferred obedience to the Creator, of loyalty to comfort, and the purity of human constructs. The Evionites, the humble ones, those who place their trust in God and not in themselves. And those are we. When we read scripture, we see that humility was not an optional virtue, but a defining characteristic of the chosen people. The Psalm says, the humble will see and rejoice, those who seek God will live. And also the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. The people of Bible did not arise from arrogance, but from spiritual dependence. We have here a comment. Qué interesante. Muchas gracias. Bienvenido al en vivo. Let us remember now. Let us commemorate. Let us reshape our historical lineage, and not as a mere history, but as a living identity. After the death of Rabbi Yehoshua, Master Jesus, our righteous teacher, the first disciples who remained faithful to his original teachings were devout Jews who respected the Torah. We have here another comment, Yehoshua HaMashiach, Dios bendiga Israel, muchas gracias, bienvenido al en vivo, bendecido 2000. Okay, they lived in Jerusalem. The first disciples of Jesus observed Shabbat and the laws of Kashrut, prayed facing the temple, celebrated the festivals, and recognized Yehoshua as the teacher who taught the Torah in its purity. They did not worship him as a separated God. They did not see him as equal to the Father. They did not believe in the Trinity. They used no foreign examples. Ángel Moreno dice, acá estamos, bienvenidos. They were humble followers of the Torah, and they were called the poor. That's the meaning of Evionite, as they appear in some Christian texts, such as Acts of the Apostles in the Bible, in the Christian Bible. This is how the name Evionites originated. Several ancient historians, specifically Christian historians, including Irenaeus, Origen, Epiphanius, and Eusebius, mentioned the Evionites, not to praise them, but to criticize them for remaining faithful to the teachings of Jesus. Yet this external criticism contains valuable insights. They said the Evionites adhere to the Torah. The Evionites reject the concept of a divine Messiah. The Evionites pray facing Jerusalem. The Evionites preserve a gospel originally written in Hebrew, the Gospel of Matthew. These historians, Christian historians, without realizing it, confirm our existence and our faithfulness. While a form of Christianity separates from the Torah developed in the Roman Empire, the Evionites declare, we have not broken the covenant we made at Elion. As the dogmas of the empire were codified, the Evionites remained true to simplicity, communal meals, humble prayer, the Shabbat, brotherly love, and social justice. But their presence did not end there. After the destruction of the temple, many Evionites settled in the regions of Pella, Transjordan, Galilee, and the Golan Heights. Archaeological documents in synagogue rings preserve Hebrew and Aramaic inscriptions with symbols of communities that follow the Torah and the memory of a righteous teacher, Master Jesus, free from images, icons, and darkness. Texts discovered in caves near the Dead Sea reveal forms of a mother's communal life, spiritual purity, simplicity, and a rejection of imperial power, elements consistent with the Evionite tradition. We have here, te quiero muchísimo, muchas gracias, bienvenido o bienvenida al en vivo. Acá dice Ángel Moreno, de eso no dices nada, ¿verdad? No sé de qué te refieres, dice, son unos mentirosos fanáticos enfermos. No creo que nos conozcas, nosotros somos evionitas, tal vez nos estás confundiendo con judaísmo ortodoxo. Nosotros no somos judíos. Although, okay, I will continue here. Although the Zines were not Evionites, spiritual kingship can be observed in their ideal of life. Community instead of individualism, shared meals instead of the accumulation of wealth, humility instead of domination. And this wasn't limited to Judea. In Arabia, there were Jewish communities that believed in Jesus, followed the Torah, and rejected Roman Christian dogma. Ancient Arab historians mention groups of Jesus followers who did not worship him and lived in simple communities following the Torah. These communities preserved the memory of the Hebrew disciples for centuries. In Ethiopia, there exists a very old tradition of beliefs that remain true to the original teachings of the Hebrew master, without adopting a Roman imperial theology. In the Hijaz region, before Islam, there were monotheistic Jewish communities that distinguished between their creator father and the righteous prophet Jesus. Many modern scholars believe that these communities descended from the scattered descendants of the Evionites. Later, in the Middle Ages, as Europe consolidated under dogmatic structures, traces of groups known as Nazarenes, observant Hebrew Christians, well, they were known as Hebrew Christians, but they were not Christians, and a Purim spirit can be found. They practiced a simple Torah-oriented faith and distinguished them from the dominant church and Orthodox Judaism. Some traveled between these communities, thus keeping memory and practice connected. Even among the Jews of the diaspora, the memory of those groups who venerated Jesus not as God, but as a righteous teacher and a martyr, remained alive. And this memory did not disappear. It was hidden, it was cherished, it was passed on in silence. For great fruits are preserved not by violence, but by faithfulness. And here we are today. We are the Evionites. Not as a continuation of a long history of believers only who, throughout the centuries, have remained a spiritual family, a living people. We are heirs to a faith that has withstood empires, persecutions, annihilations, distortions, silences, and misinterpretations. Yet, humility does not die because it does not impose itself. It simply remains. We have no marble temples, but we have a common table. We have no hierarchies of institutional authority, but we are the guidance of the Torah. But we have the guidance of the Torah. We have no visible power, but we have inner light. We have here another comment. El progresista, Israel genocide. I cannot read the other word, but I understand how you feel. And we believe they are genocides too. Okay, we have here another one, Apocalypse, Revelation 3:9. I don't remember what does this text says. Let me see if I can check it right now. Hold on a moment. I will look here in my Bible. 3:9. Look, I will send some of the synagogue of Satan, those who said that are Jewish and they are not, but they are lying, and I will make them to go and and bend themselves before you and your feet, and they will know that I have loved you. Okay, this is part of the letters sent to the synagogues or to the communities that gay lot on those days. And thank you for your comment. I don't know what application you are doing to it. Dios bendiga, por supuesto que sí. El pueblo iraní no merece lo que le está pasando. El pueblo elegido se llama Palestina. Tienes razón en cierto sentido, te voy a decir por qué. Porque los palestinos son los descendientes genéticos directos de los antiguos israelitas. Ninguna persona que no sea palestino puede decir que tiene tanto ADN del antiguo Israel como ellos, solamente que ellos ya cambiaron de religión, ahora son musulmanes. Okay, let's continue with the subject. We have inner light. We remain followers of the Torah because we continue to strive to live like the first disciples, to follow the Torah with joy, to sincerely love our neighbor, to practice justice with our brothers and sisters, to pray sincerely, to walk humbly without dogmas, without idols, without intermediaries. Rabbi Yehoshua, or Master Jesus, did not found a religion of power. He taught the way of the poor in spirit, and this way is eternal. Today, this teaching is not just a remembrance. It is an acknowledgement. It is a confirmation. It is a renewal of our commitment. Our lineage is not broken. Our memory is not lost. Our identity is not erased. We are a living link in a living chain. May Ilion help us to remain faithful, to walk humbly, to deepen our study in the Torah, to live with compassion, and to teach with love. May His light strengthen us. May His Torah guide us. May His name be glorified in our lives. Shalom ubracha. That's all with this subject. We were talking about the evidence of Evionite communities throughout history, and we have here another comment. It is a question: ¿Cuáles son tus pasatiempos? Leer, ver películas, deportes. Me gustan mucho los deportes, el cine, la música, los libros. Okay, gracias por tu pregunta. Let's continue with the final, one of the final prayers today. This is the priest prayer. May God bless and keep you, and may God make His face shine upon us all and be gracious to us. May God lift up His countenance upon all mankind and grant us peace. Amen. Let's go now to Psalm number 3. Not Psalm number 3, the third Psalm, the final Psalm of this religious service, and it is going to be Psalm number 19.
The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hand. Day unto day pours forth His speech. Night unto night. You set a tent there for the sun. It runs its course, rejoicing as it comes. Your law is perfect, reviving the soul. Your statutes faithful, making the simple wise.
The bottom of Super Life. Muchas gracias. ¿Quieres comer pescado? Sí me gusta el pescado. Gracias. Let's go now to the Rosh Hashanah prayer. May the peace of heaven grant peace to us, the children of Israel, and to all mankind. Amen. עליון יברך וישמור אתכם כולכם, יאיר עליון פניו עליכם וחונכם, גזעי עליון עליכם, צילו וייתן לכם שלום, amen. Thank you for attending this service, this Midrash service. We remind you that the next Rosh Chodesh Aviv will be on March 18th, 2026. On this day, we are invited to blow the shofar, enjoy special dinner, and recite the Musaf prayer. In addition to Rosh Chodesh Aviv, we will also celebrate that same evening Rosh Hashanah, the Evionita New Year. We will enjoy apples with honey and wish each other a happy and prosperous New Year. In Hebrew, Shana Tova Umetuka. Okay, we have here one more comment, 999. Oh, du sprichst Deutsch dann. Okay, hola, encantado de conocerte, Robloxiana. Mucho gusto, Robloxiana. Bienvenida al en vivo. Hoy fue en inglés. Igual si quieres escuchar este mismo servicio de Midrash, lo puedes hacer el domingo a las 9 de la mañana. Es el horario que tenemos asignado para español. I warmly invite you to follow our social media and to stay informed about all our services. These service was streamed simultaneously on multiple platforms. We warmly invite you to watch our recorded videos, to like, to comment, and to share. If you would like to support us with our donation, you can transfer it to the account listed in our bank details, or contact us directly by via message to learn about the various options we have. Okay, we have here, hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo estuve en la MFEO 2015. Ok, no sé a qué te refieres, pero qué bueno que estás aquí. Gracias por tu comentario. Okay, I warmly invite you to join us every Thursday at 8 a.m. Mexican time zone. for our services in honor of the Creator. I promise you that your week will take on a new perspective after attending our services. We have here a final comment. It says, Sergio Joya. No, okay, I think it was in Hebrew, but it is translated here. Dice, paz, que Dios los bendiga. Israel está siendo destruido, pero hay que hacer todo lo posible para reconstruir el tercer templo. Ok, nosotros como comunidad Evionita no creemos en la reconstrucción del tercer templo. El segundo templo fue destruido por los romanos. Así fue la voluntad de Dios y nosotros consideramos que así se debe de quedar. Pero hay creencias diferentes dependiendo de la comunidad. Disculpa, no alcanzo a ver todo el comentario en hebreo, por eso no lo quise aquí leer. Alcanzo a leer Shalom y hasta ahí, no viene más, pero YouTube lo traduce. Dice acá, multifuncional fuerza que pertenece entre Egipto y Israel. Ok, estuviste entonces como en un comando militar o algo así. Ok, muchas gracias por la aclaración. Okay, let's go to the end of this service. I would like to ask you a few questions. If you could change your life, would you? Do you want to please your Creator? Do you want to know God's plan for your life? Do you desire a more fulfilling and happier life? Do you desire the well-being of your family? Everything is within your reach when you draw closer to God. Therefore, I warmly invite you to join us for our worship service every Thursday at 8 a.m. Colombia, que bien. Okay, our congregation in Evionita consists of people from diverse backgrounds, religions, and social classes. You don't have to abandon your faith or your religion to come to us every Wednesday. Everyone here is welcome. I would personally like to share with you what I have learned from years of studying the Bible, how it has transformed my life and how it can transform yours. No matter how great our challenges or problems or difficulties may be, God always welcomes us, and I want to help you to find your way back to Him. Remember, we are all God's creatures and we live in the same world. Therefore, we are not adversaries or enemies. We are all brothers and sisters, as Master Jesus said. May God bless and protect you all. Shalom, shalom, and Shavua Tov.